Honestly, I feel the water powers are kinda useless until something that we get later.
There we go. Bamboo switch. Aha, yeah. Also, because it technically is an attack, you can do that. That is a water-based attack, throwing liquid at people. So, if you want the water as technical offense, because they introduce enemies that are... Oh, yeah. He's sad because his dog is missing. His dog is over here. However, I'm going to try... I don't want to trigger the story.
Also, you can dig... I believe you can dig up the bamboo sprouts around here.
There's a... Well, one, we're topped off on food.
No, I was gonna say they do count as food. Like, if you need an astral pouch, you could dig those up.
There's a stray bee that is really hard to see that I'm trying to avoid the story for. And then there's that other spot where we just got the bee though. Because there was that other spot. Because if you notice, some treasure chests just don't. But I went for the bead, which is the important thing. If I dig around here, I can try to get... Oh, first. Wait. Feed them. Okay. The other one is an item for selling, so it's less important, but...
I'm pretty sure we'll come back here later. You know what, yeah, we will come back here later. We can grab the...
fair enough.
One item later.
Okay, plot time. I didn't want to trigger the... Oh, wait. I think because I didn't talk to him. Huh, fun. Didn't know that. That's actually good to know. Cool, so if you want to get the stray bead a little bit easier... I can't get the dog because I didn't talk to the one guy.
You didn't talk to the sparrow guy who was upset.
Nice. Oh, that's good. So I'll just go talk to him. My mind was more get that stray bead.
Feed the birds.
Wait.
Seeds.
Okay. Let's talk to the sad man. Also, let's see if there's any... 140 for health. 150 for wallet. 300 for ink.
And 300 for an astral pouch.
Crybaby. I love that tagline. There we go.
Yeah, because the doggo detector wasn't doggo detecting.
You have to come here for dogs. I'm not just here for shits and giggles. And now... Yeah, and that triggers the story, so... This is an interesting, like... The one that was glowing, which was that one. Any one of those can be a winner, but you just need to time it to cut whichever one flashed. So, it's just a matter of timing. I love that line. Was it this white wolf that spirited you away? Oh, give me a break! What right do you have to bear the canine tracker? Dude ain't fucking around. G. Pick a fight. their weird iron defensive abilities are...
Like I said,
it's like your godhood. Oh, yeah, that. It is technically possible to parry these guys in some circles or use the... Ah, damn it. Ah. The problem with him...
like, some of them, I think...
Ah, that's fine.
Well, the thing...
I don't care.
One of them, I don't remember, like, which, I think parrying...
Oh, that time I did good on time.
One of them, I think parrying them, it didn't do the full, like, counter. It would more stun them, I seem to remember. I really didn't use the parry very often, because later on you don't need it.
Mine? You obtain the duty orb.
Duty.
So, with the orb in hand, we don't need the dog, we just need the orb. Take it and run. Woo! On. Feed the burbs. Always feed the burbs, kids. In all seriousness, that's 4 experience that could afford me powers. And if someone is going to say, what does 4 matter? First off, every little bit helps. And second off, I'm trying to earn...
Like I said before, it's not really, like, you know, each individual one. It's more the collective of, like, every time you find 4, that's 4. And more, and, you know, so on. It's one of those things that, like, if you are constantly feeding animals around the time you find them, you're constantly getting small net gains.
One of the items I'm conflicted on...
We'll get to it later.
He just explained it!
Well, no, I'll get to the one thing much later.
So... And you can actually straight out use this here, and it's a good example to show, I think it's in tools. If you toss a mermaid coin into this pond, any of those ponds that you've opened and activated are now warp zones. Like, I can jump straight to the forest.
Yeah.
Which is an area we need it to be anyway. We also need to go back to that one village, but we need to get multiple... Because we needed her shit, and it takes you right here.
And that's good game design.
I'm not even going to talk to her.
I think you have to talk to her at least once. Huh. Would you look at that?
Suck on my dick. There. Nope. I just knew she needed the water.
And I was like, I said this before, but I believe the name of the full name of the goddess she was based off of is, I believe, Kushinada Hime. I know Hime means at least princess. Don't know what Kushinada translates to. Should really go look that up.
Aw, yeah. It's a red amp. I love that.
That's some bullshit.
It's sacred. It's sacred water, so the imp couldn't hurt the barrel. love that this entire threatening exchange is a single red imp,
Oh.
and then those two.
Oh, yeah, like, remember, Kush, you know, in the context...
Okay, to be fair, there's some extra imps that show up.
And also, you know, to be fair, in the context of the game, Kushi is basically just a normal person.
No, my point is more of, like, that the basic level threat that we didn't immediately clap the cheeks of. And then he's being cowardly, and then we basically have to help sort of fashion. Like, we actually have to.
Yes.
Help with the combo? Ah, yeah. Nice. Nicey slicey.
Why can we kill them as a single power slash in a cutscenes, but in game it takes more?
Because half that damage was him.
I'm being...
I know what you do. Tons
I'm
of people who play this game blind think you're doing all the work. He is adding to the damage. They want you to think it's like all you, but it is in part him. I love this line. My sword is possessed by a strange power. You do you, buddy. Ew. Gross. What's that? This game is charming. Anyway. Back to what?
And like, honestly, with the power slash thing, I was, you know, just making a joke of, like, let's say, game mechanic thing of, like, in universe, Amaterasu is, of course, much stronger than the imps, but we can't, you know, have a game if you're just casually one-shotting everything. Not even the One Punch Man game could do that right, and that's the entire point of that series.
The plot! She screams! Speaking of plot...
Camera kinda shot the bed there.
Though, instead of helping that kid, I have a more important point to make. First off, because people don't actually think about this, water can put out fire. Though, after a while, these chests reignite, but I wanted that stray bead, so that covers that. There's Bullhorn.
That's a load of bull.
And the one I missed. There's it. Angles. Holy Bond medium. And... I can get...
I think you need a later power to do that. No.
You have to do the wall jumping thing. It's just that wall is really hard to stick to, but it is entirely possible
because of how steep it is. It's at a weird angle.
There we go.
Oh, just fucking power slash it.
No, I'll just do it that way. That covers that. Diamond is still unbreakable.
Uh-huh.
So... And I seriously mean that. I mean, that's a...
That's a JoJo reference,
but in a serious sense. I'm still going to ignore the plot for a minute here. Kind of going the long way, but I did want to... First off, you can go back in the dungeon, so that's a thing. You're not... No, I missed some deer. I was looping around for the shop, and then I was just getting some random stuff. Like... Hold on. I'll loop back for the shop. Coming up here wasn't the best idea, but it did. I'm just going to ignore him for a minute. Every time I'm looking for the shop, yeah, there it is. I did walk past it. I wanted to sell. Well, first, you can now buy mermaid coins. So I'm gonna get like 3 of those. I'm gonna get like 3 feed bags. Money, money, money!
I want to know a weird thing, like, in games that I do. Does anyone else do this? Will you buy a bunch of stuff and then sell to make the money back? Because that's always how, like, my mind is, looked at it.
Finally got a successful... Okay. And this is gonna give me some extra cash.
How many demon things do we have?
I'm gonna take a guess... 77, 78. 75.
One above.
Okay. The plot demands... fishing. One of my favorite zoom-in shots in a second here.
That poor Donko.
Oh me! Aw, yeah. I knew we could get this within the hour. It's only been 46 minutes. Nice. It's perfect. And it's really perfect, because this is the plot I needed.
Time to go fly fishing.
Slicey, slicey. Woohoo! River crab.
Look at that normal-sized crab.
Hold on.
I think in Bravely Second, the crab enemies were translated as
Crawfish.
giant... I think in Bravely Second, the crab enemies were translated as giant enemy crab, and their moves are weak point and massive damage. Ooh.
Hold on. Booyah. But you are a fighting bitch.
Actually, because it's plot related, Actually, because it's plot related...
It's fighting a little bit.
Yeah, it's...
You call it Whopper.
Which is just a recolor of a catfish?
Who cares? I win.
Hmm.
I have defeated the fish.
Uh-huh.
He's never coming back. This is the power we should have had 7 hours ago.
Yeah, I honestly believe this should have been your, like, second or third power.
Yeah, it should have. Having the ability to change tonight does not break the game flow. It makes it less tedious. Because, in case you haven't picked up on it, that's exactly what we're getting. The ability to change.
Also, a reason Moon God is a rabbit. There are a bunch of Asian legends on like of a rabbit on the moon making mochi. That's what that one hammer is for. See?
Mochi!
Counting mochi.
Oh, and this leads to one of my favorite. Pet pet. Pet pet.
And, like, what they're doing is actually a process of 2 people pounding mochi.
This should have been one of the earliest powers in this game. Because it's the ability that's opposite of your natural ability. And that would have made a really good dynamic of having night and day early for sanctity reasons.
And also, like, dividing up more about the in-game thing because of the whole, rabbit on the moon. That's also why, Sailor Moon, I believe her name was Usagi, which I think is just rabbit in Japanese. That's why she was specifically the moon one, but anyway...
I can now make it night!
Yeah.
That fixes the biggest problem with this game.
Yeah, I really do feel this should have been given early on. Now, I can understand to a degree why it wasn't given early on, because they might have thought, like, getting Sun and then Moon, like, back-to-back would be sort of redundant and feel kind of pointless, and I can see that, but the problem with that is, like, my only problem is the fact that you have to get Cherry Bomb at night. If you either didn't have to get Cherry Bomb at night, or you were given the power to get it at night earlier, the beginning of the game, I feel, would have been a lot better.
It's time for the question of the day, my overall thoughts on the topic. So anyway, how many of you think that you should have been given the power to turn day into night way earlier on in the game? In my opinion, this should have been one of the first abilities you got when you ended up in Shinshu Field, because this would fix the biggest problem with the game. The first monster list requires it to be night, So, if you can't find them all and you want to complete that quest at the beginning of the game, you have to waste a lot of time waiting for night to come naturally. On top of this, the plot can only be advanced at night because you can only get cherry bombs at night, because you can only make fireworks at night. I get the point Carson was trying to make. Realizing you have the power to turn night into day early on, and then almost immediately realizing you have the power to turn day into night does seem kind of redundant, but I feel like that should have been one of your first powers, because that power is not broken, it's just super useful. All it does is save the player time. It's not like having the ability to turn day into night breaks the game. Hell, at night, a lot of enemies are harder to beat, and you always have the ability to make it day, so you can always get out of nighttime. So I don't see why they spread this power as far away from the beginning of the game as they did. I know this is not that long into the game, but good lord, think of how many areas we have completed at this point, all to unlock a simple transitional power that makes it nighttime. Anyway, I'm rambling. You can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord link, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, and if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, everybody. See you later.